Hello, folks.
Hey, thanks for
How
coming.
are y'all doing? All right?
Doing well.
Yeah, always.
Welcome to Roadless Travelers, our podcast. This is episode 8.
What's the name of the podcast?
Roadless Travelers.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
ROADLESSTRAVELREZ.
E-R-Z.
ERZ.
Yeah, we're Z on the end.
Z on the end, folks. You can find us on YouTube.
Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel. Check us out. But thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we've got some repeat watchers here. I'm sure we do. And we have our guest here, Ron Foster. But let's introduce ourselves. He is...
Hickey.
I'm Hoagie.
I'm Clyde.
And we are Roadless Travelers.
Roadless
We what we do is we don't travel the roads, do we, Hick?
Roadless.
It's roadless.
If we do, we don't remember.
We don't remember. Yeah, we make our own paths.
We yes.
Right?
Bring your own roads.
Blaze our own paths.
We're very zen.
We are Zen.
Yes.
And anyway, but we try to focus on small town people, small town histories. There's so many interesting people out there that we want to talk to and get their stories out there. And, there's so much garbage going on in the world. We want to get away from that.
Yeah, we love America.
We love America.
America. Yeah. 250 years of America.
250, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, were you there at the beginning?
I forgot.
But
I didn't see you.
yeah,
I remember. Every time I get $1,
yeah.
it brings back good memories.
Oh,
Because I see that guy I used to hang with.
Who is that?
Barbara
GW?
Bush?
Yeah.
GW.
GW.
This
Bush?
is
Bush?
Barbara
right.
Bush is on the
GW.
$1 bill, right?
Yeah. So anyway, but before we get started here, we gotta have some sponsors.
Yep.
We want to talk about. Our first sponsor is Cabin Firearms. They sell new firearms, pre-owned firearms. They do consignments, and they also do transfers. If you're out of state and you need to buy a gun, they can do a transfer for you. And they sell ammo as well. They provide their customers with the best place, product, and people.
And they have guns.
And they do have guns.
Same thing.
Smith & Wessons,
You name
That's
it.
right.
Taurus.
Oh, yeah. But
Second Amendment all the
there
way.
you go. Not first, second, right?
That's right.
Is there-
Yeah. Took me a while. No first, no second.
You got to have the first. You got to start somewhere.
That's correct.
So high quality customer service. They don't just treat you just like any other customer. They give you great service. Check them out at www.cabinfirearms.com. Our second sponsor is R. Hogan Enterprises. We sell baseball bats, collectibles, and we specialize in old photographs that we make into prints. Nashville, a lot of old Nashville stuff.
Lots of historical.
Yeah, a lot of historical stuff. That's right, Ron. And look, if you go to our website, www.rhoganenterprises.com, and use the coupon code Roadless Travelers with a Z at the end, you'll get $5 off your first purchase. So
Oh, wow.
you can't go wrong.
Oh,
You can't go
wow.
wrong.
It's easier for you to remember that company because it's the same name, right, as you.
It is. Yeah, it's my name, R. Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Did you get on them about doing that, setting that company up like that? With your name?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Apparently you don't mind.
But these bats that we sell are considered blemished bats, blend bats. They might have a little warp or a little knot mark, and our customers use them for craft projects. They'll make all kinds of furniture and great stuff. But so it's a mistake that they turn into a masterpiece. So go to R. Hogan Enterprises, turn your mistake into a masterpiece.
Yeah, I love it.
Right, Tom?
Yeah.
And our third sponsor is Tommy Typical Publishing.
Oh, yeah.
Take it away, Hickey.
Yeah, like today, I've talked about my books in the past. I'd like to talk about some of my music.
Yeah.
My latest on Spotify is The Boys Went to Havana. Yeah. It's a kind of a jazzy type song, something like that.
Yeah.
And there are several others on there. Tiki Bar in Pensacola.
Oh, really?
And, I think people
And what-
will like it.
Where do we find this at?
On Spotify, Apple Music, any of those places.
Oh, cool. And it's under what name?
Tommy Typical Trio.
Tommy Typical Trio. I've seen some of them, and I'll tell you what, this guy has got some talent.
Yeah.
He does. We don't know what yet, but he's got some.
No, I don't. If I had it, I don't remember about it.
He's working on finding it.
Yeah.
It's there somewhere.
Yes. But our guest today is Ron Foster.
Yeah.
Ron is an expert in collectibles, comic books. He knows everything about comic books. And he is an old movie buff. Trivia, he could tell you anything. He's so knowledgeable. I thought it'd be a very interesting interview
Absolutely.
for us
I wonder
here,
if
you
you
know.
have trick questions for Ron.
Yeah.
Movies here. I'm in
See if you can
movies.
stump him.
Yeah, we're on.
See if you can stump Ron.
Go ahead, try it.
But, before we start
think about
that,
it,
think about it a little bit, Clyde. Before we do that, though, we have our listeners, which are many. We have many listeners. And I think we have even more watchers than listeners. Yes?
That's true.
They have these questions that they just want the answers to.
Important question.
Very important.
Yes.
Oh, universal.
More like the annoying questions
You know-
you can't answer.
Yeah, life-changing.
Yes.
Right? Would you say that,
Correct.
Clyde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People climb to the top
Yeah.
of the mountains in Tibet
Move to bed.
to find the answers to these questions.
Yeah.
And yet people can get them right here.
That's right. Just
Talking
come
to
here.
three guys sitting on top of the mountain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Exactly.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
And so we ask all of our guests these questions, Ron.
Okay, go right ahead.
And it's just a icebreaker, keep your nerves calm, kind of get things rolling. Okay, so are you ready?
He doesn't
Yes.
look nervous.
No.
No, not the least bit.
No, he's very
cool.
He's trembling
steel.
in his
Cucumber-like.
Cucumber like it. I'm
He's-
not as cool as cucumber. I don't scare cats that way.
Our first question, we got Hickey, Hoagie, and Clyde. That's our nicknames. Do you have a nickname?
Ron. My actual name's Ronald, or Ronnie.
So Ron is your nickname.
Yes. And only my
So-
friends call me Ron, so y'all keep
I'm Robert and I'm Rob, but I
Only
really
your
don't
friends
consider
call you
Robin.
Ronnie?
Huh?
You
Yeah.
said only your friends call you Ronnie.
Yes. Or Ron, if you're really close. He calls me Ron, you can call me Ron as well.
How about Ronaldo?
That works too.
That works too.
Yeah. I don't call you Roberto, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I don't really like, I don't really like that nickname.
What, Roberto?
No, Ron.
What's wrong with
You don't
Ron?
like Ron? Well, Ron,
That's not.
it's his call. It's his
not a
body.
nick-
What if
He
we
gets to
came
be
in-
whoever he
you
wants to be?
I have a nickname for him,
Okay.
What is it?
Mr. Fantastic.
He calls me
Oh.
Mr. Fantastic.
You remember,
be
that,
okay with
remember
that?
the stretchy
Yeah.
guy from Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
to me, you are fantastic.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I like
Mr.
one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Mrs. Hogan Heroes because
Yes.
that's what he said his dad named his boat.
Our second question: top or bottom? Toilet paper.
Top or
That
bottom?
was a good pause.
Thank you.
I'd rather go top since I have cats now. It's harder to unroll.
See?
Oh, we've heard that the second
It's
time we've heard that.
Several pet references.
Brilliant.
And
That's brilliant.
the top with cat. I have the cats.
Yeah,
And I know exactly what he's saying.
that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
That way when it rolls, it doesn't unroll and go all over the floor.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Well, it's a wide group here.
There is a lot of wisdom here at this
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
We are legends in our own minds.
Send us to Washington.
We are.
It's
Why wait?
actually, it's under because it goes around the back.
Well, yeah,
Well,
we-
when it goes around the top, it's like this. Is what I'm. When you
it
flip
goes
it,
back
it's like
around.
this.
What he said.
Yeah, right.
But
so
if you
if
go
the
the
cat
other
scratching
way-
at it, it's not going to unroll.
Right. That's what I want.
But if you've got it coming over the top,
Maybe I have it backwards. When
Are you telling him he's doing it wrong, Clyde?
It's, it's working.
It's his
it's
answer.
Mr. Fantastic.
It's
I'm
his
sure he's
answer.
doing it right.
It's Mr.
Yes.
Fantastic's answer.
All right, let's move on to number 2.
They sound like they're married.
Yeah. They were.
They were okay.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
I
Yeah,
Didn't
it
work
was. They did
was
the
the
show.
garlic.
They did the show called Dracula. And,
Yeah, that's why it's
and
the
it
garlic.
broke them up.
Yeah, it was a problem.
Yeah.
Our third question, Hickey, do you recall the third question?
Some about which shoe do you put on first?
My left.
Left, okay.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of that. Are you a lefty or a righty?
I am left-handed.
Okay. The other thing I failed to mention is Ronnie, he is an incredible, and I mean this, artist.
Wow.
He can take anything and draw it. Some of the things, he's big into universal monsters,
Yeah.
Frankenstein,
They love to go
Dracula.
see Boris
You mean like
Karloff.
old school?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he can put that on canvas, and it's incredible stuff. But
Yeah.
Ron,
so you paint too.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You use the
There's
paint.
oils, acrylics, both. Either.
I can use any of them, especially now that oils don't have to be shellacked or anything.
Oh, they don't?
No, I just found that out a couple of years ago. I wasn't using them because I didn't want to have to sit there and shellac them and everything. So I said, no, you don't have to do that anymore.
That's great.
So that's
Saves
the next
some
thing.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saves a lot of time.
So,
'Cause they take 2 or 3 weeks to dry. I used to.
So we've got some questions for you. Normal questions about your what you do. You're a comic book collector, been a collector for many, many years.
Since 1976.
You had your own store,
I had
a
a store for 8
physical
years.
brick and mortar store in Portland, Tennessee. Called what was it?
It was called This and That.
This and That with a D. This
I
and
like
That.
that
Yeah.
too.
And but now you have an online store
Yeah.
on eBay. And what's
West Ninth Street. That's out in the street there where I used to have my store.
West Ninth Street Comics, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can find his stuff there. He's got all kinds of collectibles and
Yes.
really some cool stuff. But you guys have any questions for Ron about the comic books?
Well, we're
or
talking
heroes,
before the
or
show
old
started.
movies.
Yeah,
I got
so,
a couple
go
movie
ahead.
questions.
Let's
all
take
right.
a question.
I was going
I
to
hate
say, I was a Fantastic Four guy. as a
Loved
kid.
it.
Okay.
Loved it.
Yeah, and so you're talking Mr. Fantastic.
Yes.
But I always enjoyed and a cool guy, Reed, right?
Reed Richards,
Reed
yeah.
Richards.
Yeah.
The Johnny and Sue Storm.
Oh, they're brother and sister,
Sister.
right?
Right.
Guys.
Yeah. What is there a story behind how they got their powers, parents or anything? Or do
Oh,
we
no,
not?
they all got from the cosmic rays when they went into outer space in the ship.
That's right.
Yes, and Reed supposedly didn't have the ship ready because he was fixing to lose his funding, is what they said later. And so they went into outer space, and when they came back, they got bombarded with the cosmic rays, and when they landed, they started
Cosmic rays.
cosmic
Yeah.
rays.
I need some of those. Where do you get them?
That was great.
You have to go to outer space in a ship that's not perfectly shielded.
Shoot.
You know,
Well, you
and
probably
as
get
an
it
old
online,
surfer, Silver Surfer was.
Oh,
I
yeah.
cannot tell you how much I love the Silver Surfer.
Oh, he was cool.
One
wasn't
of the best things you ever find, like looking at Marvel Comics, is like Silver Surfer, the character he played was Norrin Rad. That was the actual character's name.
Yeah.
After
Remember that
NORAD.
now.
Oh, NORAD.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's 48,
He's a wealth of
49, 50.
knowledge.
That's when he first appeared in it. It's really that's like they just did that movie on it last year,
Yeah.
and that was why
NORAD.
Norrin
NORAD.
Rad.
That is huge. He was a cool dude.
Oh, yeah. Now, didn't he have like a crush on Sue Storm? Reed's
no, he was
wife?
he was on Ben Grimm's girlfriend at first in the first series.
Crystal? Was that Crystal?
That was Alicia Masters because she had the puppet master was her father.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Puppet
Christian,
That's right.
Christian-
Puppet
yeah.
Master.
Yeah, the puppet man. Yeah, because he could make a clay figure of somebody and then he could control them. It was a radioactive figure.
All right, all right.
That was it.
Is that kind of like voodoo? Same thing. You can control. You can make a voodoo doll. You can.
Ow!
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it could be. That might be where they got the idea from.
Yeah.
You know, but it was radioactive. I remember that, and he would make it, and then he can make you do whatever he wanted you to do.
Yeah. The Puppet Master is like Elon Musk.
He's pulling the strings. Isn't he?
So you had a question about
No, I just thought-
movies.
Thought of a couple
Right.
movie quotes that I like.
Yeah.
Just want to see if Ron. No,
Okay.
are you pretty big into movies?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I got a.
Yeah.
What is the trick? I got a trick midterm tomorrow, and I'm being chased by Guido, the killer pimp.
That one I don't know. I've not heard that one.
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah. That's,
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Not
what is
so
it?
fantastic after that.
That is risky business.
I haven't watched that in 45 years.
That's
That's serious since it came out.
Wow, nice one. You stumped him.
Yeah.
You stumped Mr.
Here's
Fantastic.
one more.
Yeah.
I probably had tons of these, but this one I've used recently. You should stop playing God because you're not good at it, and the position is already taken.
That one I do not know either. What movie is that?
Fat Man and Little Boy.
Oh, I haven't watched that in forever.
Oh, that's Paul
that's
Newman and Dwight Schultz.
The White Schultz.
I had an uncle.
Broccoli.
I had an uncle that worked on the
Yeah, yeah.
Manhattan Project.
Oh, what did he do?
I don't know. I just found a certificate and it
Wow.
was mentioned on there. Except they didn't call it the Manhattan Project on the certificate. It was called something else. But that's what Fat Man and Little Boy
Yeah.
is about, the building of those two
Two
nuclear
nuclear
bombs.
bombs.
Oppenheimer, right?
Mm.
Yes.
Now, how about, and we were mentioning this off air here, Tommy, typical, that there's kids today, they need to watch like Abbott and Costello.
They do need to watch Abbott and
Right?
Costello.
Oh,
Right?
talking about the best Abbott Costello. I watch every Halloween. You know which one it is.
Meets Frankenstein.
Yes.
Oh, that's a great
But
one,
you know, you
man.
can do that one. Then the Mummy, the Invisible Man, and the Meets the Killer with Boris Karloff is in it.
Yes.
Those four, and then the one Hold That Ghost.
Oh, you remember that
Yeah,
one?
Hold That
Yeah.
Ghost. I watched that not long ago.
Forgot about that
And
one.
then
love
there's the
that
other
one.
one I liked, which at the time they were arguing, they were having an argument, so they had to work separately, which was Time of Their Lives, where he plays a Revolutionary War soldier.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Bud is the descendant person.
Very different kind
Yes.
of movie for them. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
and that's why they had to do it, because they were arguing at the time and they didn't want to work with each other.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Fantastic, but the Abbott and Costello Meets Frankenstein, is that the one? Do you know who played Frankenstein in that?
Glenn Strange.
And do you guys know who Glenn Strange was?
Help me
You
out.
do. He was the bartender from Gunsmoke. That
Yeah,
helps.
that's right.
He was the bartender
okay.
at Gunsmoke.
Right, but he was also Butch Cavendish in the Lone Ranger TV series.
Oh,
Did not know that
wow!
one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah. He was
Oh,
6'4"
wow.
and stuff, and
Yeah.
he had that.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Who
Yeah.
was that obscure character in To Kill a Mockingbird?
Which one? You mean the one that Robert Duvall played?
Yeah,
Boo Radley?
that's Boo Radley. I was going to see if you knew who played that.
Yeah.
Robert Duvall.
Played Boo Radley.
Yeah.
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall.
Early Robert.
Early.
That's
yeah.
like his first movie.
You know,
Actually.
Oh, was it?
Jack Nicholson was he was in a film called Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes, he was.
He
First
was
one.
early on.
The black and white one.
What was that? Who was that director?
That I don't remember right away.
He did a lot of weird stuff.
That wasn't Ed Wood, but it was somebody else.
Now I can't think of it, but yeah.
That's not one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I watched it twice. I like the part where Jack Nicholson goes just to go in that Steve pull. Just like when Bill Murray did
Yeah.
later in the second one.
Now let me ask you this: who is your favorite comic book character?
My favorite character?
I think I know the answer, but
I have two, but one of them is because these are all when I was a kid.
yeah,
One came out was the TV Hulk series came out. Then
Oh,
I started
Lou
reading
Ferrigno,
Lou
yeah.
Ferrigno and all those guys. Do you know who the two people that were actually looked at to do that before him?
I know one.
Which one?
One was Lurch from Addams Family, Cassidy.
Yes, and you know he
Remember
actually
him?
right, and he does the talking part at the beginning of the
Yeah.
show. They're going to do that.
The Incredible Hulk,
Right.
return in a moment.
And then Richard Keel, if you ever look at the first episode, Jaws from James Bond. They've actually got a shot where he is playing the Hulk. Just one little shot in it. That they
Oh,
used in
really?
They just didn't like his builds for the Hulk.
Wow.
Wow. So
Yes.
Lou Ferrigno, because he was a weightlifter and
Yes.
whatnot, right? He got
Yeah.
the part. Yet it wasn't a speaking part, if you recall. So
They did a couple
right?
very good. One
Was
of
that
them
right?
was it was like a season finale and season premiere. You know, they would end the season this way and then start
Mm-hmm.
the next one. There's somehow he gets affected by this great meteor has crashed and it affects him and it gets him stuck halfway.
Yeah, yeah.
So you actually see Lou Ferrigno's face and then or Bill Bixby's face. They're switching it up with the makeup on.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it was great. And then they did the one crossover with, or another one with the first, where they have another Hulk that was created 50 years earlier, and he has to go against that, and it's a two-part as well.
Oh, cool.
You should see that.
That was such a fun show, man. I love that show. Incredible Hulk.
One of the things I just noticed because I'm watching the $6 Million Man, the whole series. I haven't watched it in years.
Mm-hmm.
One of the writers in it was the same writer, and he looks like he left after the first two seasons of the $6 Million Man, which puts it at 77, and he's in the Hulk, writing the Hulk TV series.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, and I did not know that. I was like, oh, okay.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah. I know. How about collectibles? You're good on collectibles and stuff. Glassware, you're very good at.
Yes.
Yeah.
I worked at an antique mall for 17 years, and then worked with my mom for like 12 or 15 years before that.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
So, man, you're pretty good at appraising stuff, I would think. You know,
Yes.
the value of things.
Yeah, I worked at one place, and they kept asking me questions. What's this? Like she had gotten she had some, not just that, but it was a marble topped sideboard. It was really pretty, and I looked at it. I don't remember what make it was or anything, but it had black marble across the top.
Black
Just
marble.
Black marble.
That's
yeah.
unusual,
With
right?
white swirl in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I looked at it, and I can remember the name. I said, she said she was going to put $100 on it. I said, put 400. I come in the next week, she sold it.
Sold it. Yeah.
So that made her happy.
Yeah, certainly, yeah.
Yes, yeah. But they would ask me a lot of questions.
That's cool.
You ever watch that show about the guys in Vegas?
Which one? I've seen the. I don't know which one Vegas is. Are you talking about the Pawn Stars?
Yeah, Pawn Stars.
Yes, I've watched that.
That's pretty interesting. Sometimes some of the stuff they get.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's overproduced.
Yeah, who were the guys in Nashville
is.
though, that had the
Oh, that was
Pickers.
Antique Archaeology, the American Pickers.
American
Mike
Pickers?
Wolf.
Are those guys still?
They're still active. They got
I thought one of
they
them
got a
passed away,
store
didn't
in Iowa,
I
their
think
original
one of them
store.
did.
Yeah, the
Frank Fritz
Not
passed
Mike
away.
Wolf. Mike Wolf is the main guy, and then his partner.
Yeah, and he
Partner's
did.
the one who's passed away. Nashville Lifestyles did a thing on him. So he had a home in Nashville, and
Yeah, I think you're right.
out by Franklin.
Yeah, out that way.
It's an
Yeah.
expensive town. Up there.
But yeah, they closed that store down in Nashville. I guess it wasn't making it. In the old Marathon Motors building, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was in there once.
Yeah, I've been there a
I thought
couple
it was pretty
times.
cool store.
Yeah.
I never did go
I
to it. I never made it.
Yeah.
You know, but we used to have their when I worked at the one antique mall I worked at, their people would come in to look because they would have stuff in this antique mall that most people wouldn't have.
What antique mall did you work in?
The one in Brights at Franklin, Kentucky. It's behind McDonald's, right there at Exit 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I had people that come
Shameless
up.
plug.
Shameless, wasn't it? And it was they're 37,000 square feet. You know,
Where? What town?
Franklin, Kentucky.
Franklin,
Just
Kentucky.
over the border.
Yeah, just over the border.
Yeah, it is. Just-
Yeah, and you're not illegal if you go over the border there.
I had a bunch of collectible baseball cards, but they ended up on the spokes of my
Yeah, me too,
Schwinn-
man. I know
Schwinn
it.
bicycle.
Right.
You know, I still have that Mickey Mantle card.
Yeah. What's the original Mickey Mantle worth? It's
They've
not-
been valued up to $1 million now in the really nice ones.
You still have
Is
the
that,
bicycle?
is that the most expensive?
That one, I would
What's
say
the most
probably
expensive
oh, that's
baseball?
the Homeless Wagner, the tobacco
Oh
card.
yeah, he's the
Yeah.
big boy.
That's the
Honest.
big one. And the reason is because he was really religious. Those are tobacco cards, and he didn't want to be part of tobacco cards.
Wow.
So I made a limited
They
amount of
had
them,
to
right?
stop making them,
Yeah.
and they couldn't make them when they had to destroy a bunch.
That's why they're worth so much.
That's why they're worth so
St.
much.
Louis
Wow.
Cardinals.
Do what?
St. Louis Cardinals.
Honest Wagner was a Pittsburgh Pirate.
Is that what it was?
Shortstop.
Now, see,
I'm a baseball guy, yeah.
He's
He wants everybody to play for the Cardinals.
There's
Not
only one
everybody
team.
play for the Cardinals.
They all played for the Cardinals at least one year.
Or they want to, right?
or they want to.
Yeah.
I'm the most non-sport person you'll ever meet.
Well, Tom's got some. You still have some of that memorabilia?
Yeah, he used to have quite a bit of stuff.
Helmets, the football helmets and stuff.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
football
I
helmets?
had quite a bit of stuff.
Did you?
But,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of it I sold, but
Mhm.
I had a picture of Y.A. Tittle, the quarterback for the Giants, remember?
Yeah.
And he's holding up Errol shirts. And the gentleman I worked with said, do you know what he was paid for doing this ad? It was in like GQ or Esquire or something. He got 4 shirts.
That's it. 4
So,
shirts.
When you look at what people are paid for now,
Oh man, he
And-
was ripped off.
you know,
Major
going
league.
back to the people that work in the comic book industry.
Right.
You know, they're the creators. I know Stan Lee. You probably know all the rest.
Yeah.
But those guys end up making some money. But I'm sure there were a lot of people in the background
Yeah.
that did all the work
Well,
that got nothing.
Yeah.
I saw an interview. This is just a good example. And this is back in the 30s, 40s. To say you were an artist or writer for comic books was looked down upon. Stan
Sure.
Lee said it, and Bob Kane said it. But they were talking one day at an interview, and they're both in their like 80s, and they're talking because Stan Lee, of course, did so much. He started in the 40s. He was in World War II, and he was a paper boy at that time. He was doing stuff in World War II, and he came back and was taking over doing more and more time Atlas. Well, Bob Kane created Batman. So him and what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. I think it's Bill Finger worked on making the Batman. They both created, but he actually had the majority of the saying it. And they were talking. Okay, now this is in 1938 when he says that he got paid. To know how much he was getting paid to draw the Batman. $800 a week during the Great Depression.
Wow.
That was actually pretty good money.
They both said
Yeah.
that. They were
Right.
laughing. They said, I was getting $800 a week to draw Batman. And
I was
he
getting
said,
my
800 a
theory.
year. That's right.
I want to draw Batman.
I want to get $800 a week now.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Now,
That's
you
tremendous.
probably know this story. The creators of Superman, the
Yes.
original creators, back in the 30s, whatever, didn't they, get no money for that?
They got very little money. They
Yeah.
had to sue for it later on.
Uh-huh.
And that's with Shuster and Siegler and Jerry Shuster and Joe Siegel. I can't remember their quite names right now. And they both were originally Superman was supposed to be a comic strip
Oh,
because
in the
running it
newspaper.
in. Yes, that's why the original origin stuff is laid out the way it is. They took it all apart because nobody would take it.
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted it to be, what is it when the newspapers take all over, all of them?
Conglomerate.
Not a conglomerate. I forgot. It's like nationalized or you know,
Syndicated.
syndicated.
Okay.
And they get paid. They make a lot of money with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they didn't get that, so they put it all together, and DC offered them so much money in the job during the Great Depression. So they both worked on that for a long time.
Wow.
In fact,
wow.
one of them, I can't remember what it is right now, created the Spectre, which was another comic book character.
Yeah, I remember
Before
the
it.
Spectre. Hmm.
Uh-huh.
So, what later on they said they sued and settled and finally got some of their money.
Yeah, they
Right,
did.
yeah.
And that was I think it was in the late '60s or early '70s. One of them was working for the post office and came with the other ones.
Yeah.
And one was
Struggling.
actually, and they, that was a billion-dollar industry by that time.
Yeah. Mhm.
He was selling during the original TV series, George Reeves, 250,000 copies a month.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, even at a dime in 1955.
You bring up George Reeves, who played Superman in the original series. Well, it wasn't the original series, but the TV series.
Original TV
in the
series. Kirk
50s.
Allen was in the first one,
Right.
the series of the
Right.
movie series.
But was he murdered?
Committed suicide.
Committed suicide.
There's some questions about it because it's supposed
It was a gunshot, wasn't it?
Yes, he just right here. That was it. That's all it was a gun. But they're trying to explain some things where the bullet landed and all that stuff. So
There was a movie made about that.
Hollywood
fairly
Land.
recent. Yeah.
Ben
right.
Affleck was in
Ben
it.
Affleck played it. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind
What's the
of
name of
reveals.
the movie?
Hollywood Land. Like
Hollywood
the old
Land.
Hollywood Land sign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty
I think
cool.
maybe I've seen that. It sounds like something I like to watch again.
Yeah.
You ought to watch it. It was good.
I
It
was a
was
big
interesting.
Superman. I love Superman.
What's your
Oh.
favorite Superman?
George Reeves.
Yeah, the 50s? Or
Whatever.
Christopher Reeve?
Well, I was born in the 50s, so probably in this. When was the one with George Reeves?
That's the 50s. He ran it from like 55 to
So that-
59.
that-
But they
Okay.
play a lot of
They-
reruns.
yeah, they
for-
played it all
still
through
on,
the
I think, right?
60s.
Yeah, yeah.
The one I don't
Yeah.
like is I like the first Superman movie in '79.
Yeah, the 78 with Christopher
It's
Reeve.
Christopher Reeves.
I like that, but then
The second one was actually, when they did those, it was really weird, both movies at the same time.
what's 1 and 2? You mean?
Yes, and they were, but then Ronster Donner got into an argument. They wanted to get the first movie out because it was costing them so much to make two. And so that's why when you watch some of the scenes in the second one, you'll see Gene Hackman, but you won't see his face. They've got a double. Like one part where the fat people dropping him down, and you hear him, but you don't see his face.
I didn't know that. The one I don't like is Man of Steel.
I did not mind
Is
that
that a
one.
more recent one?
Yeah, that's the more
Yeah,
recent
that's
one.
because it's all about the fighting. It's not about Clark Kent and his
Oh, the whole
hidden
background.
identity and
I actually like
working for the Daily
like,
Planet.
yeah, the Return with Brandon Ruth when they did that. That was actually a good movie. If you watch 1 and 2, and if you watch the Richard Donner version that they released on DVD later, and then watch that, it's a great movie together.
Is it?
Oh yeah, then they do
Which one?
Richard Donner, the original director of the first two movies, and he didn't get to finish all the second part of the movies, so they brought somebody in and redid it.
Okay.
And they didn't bring Gene Hackman, and they just used what they already had of it.
Now, I remember years ago, there was a comic book. It was a giant-sized comic book. Remember?
Oh
It was
yeah,
real
You
huge.
talking about the Muhammad Ali one?
A lot of that one, but it was Superman versus Spider-Man.
That was the
And that was DC and Marvel, two rival companies,
Yeah.
and they put that
yes.
one out, right?
That was really good, but that was not the first Marvel DC crossover.
Oh no, what was the first one?
First one actually deals with a movie, and it's DC and Marvel crossover. It's The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and it's the MGM movie Wizard of Oz. They've got Sal Buscema and Dennis O'Neil and I think Carmine Infantino, but I'm not sure on that. So I'll also look. But they did the whole storyline of it, and there's like the center page in it where Buscema, I think it was Buscema, drew it.
Yeah.
The Emerald Castle and everything, and they're going through the woods. It's really, really cool.
It's cool. I think I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the big issues is because we're marching through 3 or 4 generations here. The original superheroes were perfect in many ways, and as you evolve, they become more flawed.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
actually,
which is not like the comic book. What the comic book actually showed more of that than we actually
That's
saw in the
that's when you talk about the Marvel age.
Mhm.
That's one of the things that when Stan Lee, because he was getting ready to leave Marvel, which was Timely Atlas, and they were switching it over to Marvel, and he was wanting to go do stuff that he's always wanted to do. And from what I read, his wife said, "Well, why don't you just do it with the stuff you're doing with them?" Hence the Fantastic Four. Now, to me, when you do the Fantastic Four, when him and Jack Kirby together, Jack Kirby a few years earlier did a group called the Challengers of the Unknown, which
That
is
was
based
DC, right?
yeah, in which these special guys have special talents. And I think when the two got together, they brought that same kind of storyline to the Fantastic Four, which has been either based on the elements, which I haven't been able to confirm that one, or been based on the characters. You like have Sue Storm, who doesn't want to be seen. Johnny's a hothead. Richard wants to be everywhere. And, you know, and Thing just, he wants to be, he's tough. So he's got to be tough and strong.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the elements, or each one of the elements. So I don't know, I've heard both. But the other Challengers of the Unknown, which was Jack Kirby with DC, you had one that was a test pilot, one was an acrobat, one was special with weapons, and they all did this. I think when he left here and him and Stan Lee got together, they came up with this. Stan Lee started bringing all these emotions and things into their characters.
Yes.
Yes, and that's where the Marvel Age started.
And so the X-Men kind of took that to another level, didn't they?
Yes.
When you
Oh,
said-
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, the X-Men actually really don't meet it till it's, oh God, I can't remember his name right now, and he did it with John Byrne and Dave Cockrum. But the writer for because the X-Men ran for a while, it was okay. And then they canceled it, and then they started running reprints from the earlier issues.
Right.
The last one was with the Hulk, it's in the 70s, I think. Like 71 or 72 or 60, might be right in there. And then they started running the reprints of earlier stuff. And then Dave Cockrum, who was working for DC on Legion of Superheroes, and if you go back and look at his characters he created, one of them, which is Timberwolf, Timberwolf's an earlier character, but he was drawing him, looks a lot like Wolverine. He's got the hair and everything.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so when he leaves Legion of Superheroes, he goes and creates all these characters.
Yeah.
Wolverine's already created, but we don't know what he looks like under the mask and everything. So when you see Wolverine without his mask and everything, he's got that hair up like this and everything, like Timberwolf did from Legion of Superheroes. But he creates these characters. He was going to create them over here. It was going to be the Outsiders, I think. I have to go back and look. He comes over and he goes to work for Marvel, doing the X-Men, and he introduces Colossus, Storm, Thunderbird, all these new characters that he was actually originally created for DC.
So they used them for Marvel.
Yes, yeah.
Another question I've got is, who would win in a fight,
Between who?
Superman or the Hulk?
Okay.
Who would win in that?
If you
Now
have,
that would be a cool movie, wouldn't it?
they've already had this fight actually once.
They have?
Twice.
They fought
Oh yeah,
Not in the movies, though.
not in the
in
movies.
comic book.
In two comic books, there was a DC Marvel crossover they did in about 1980, where he fights the Mad Hulk, and Lex Luthor's Lex Luthor. I think. Small enough, I gotta make sure he's in it. He's in it. Doctor Doom is in it. Is who's in it? And,
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
and
He was
they're
always cool, wasn't he?
they're pissing off the Hulk by putting this little thing around his ear. Because he's trying to make the Hulk go on a
That pissed
rampage.
me off, too.
Well, it's going to be a thing, and it's just buzzing. And it's
Yeah.
driving the Hulk insane. So he's
Yeah.
going on a rampage. And what he's trying to do is free the Parasite character so that he can use him, and by taking energy from the Hulk, because Hulk's so powerful. And he's going through Metropolis, and he's tearing up Metropolis. Superman shows up, and he looks at him, he's like, what is this? And he's sitting there, and he's just like, oh, God, because he's pretty tough. And he says, okay. So he drops a building on the Hulk. Okay.
That'll leave a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Mark. And he looks over the building like this, and all you see is this big green fist come out, and he hits Superman. And Superman goes flying miles away and lands the ground. And he's like, okay. So he gets up and he flies to where the Hulk is. And he's sitting there fighting the Hulk, and the Hulk starts punching him, and the Hulk's punching him hard. And Superman's standing like, look, and he's talking to him. He says, hey, calm down. He's trying to get him to calm down. And then he notices something with his hearing. He sees that little thing, and he zaps it with his heat vision, and Hulk starts to calm down. And he says, calm down, calm down. And he's thinking in his head, because you read it, he says, nobody sane wants to fight you, ever. And this is Superman saying that. And he gets him to calm down. That's the first one.
Superman doesn't want to fight the full Hulk.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there was no kryptonite involved.
no. Now, if you...
That settles everything.
God
in my
forbid.
opinion.
God forbid.
When you got something that just
Then the second time, they actually, what they're getting ready to do in these movies, I hate watching previews because they're bringing in the Grey Hulk, and most people don't know who the Grey Hulk is. They're going to find out in the next movie for like this Doomsday
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they
Grey
bring
Hulk.
the one that's the combined Hulk of the Bruce Banner, Green Hulk, and the Grey Hulk all into one. And Superman fought him back in '96 in the DC Marvel crossover, where they had like Wolverine versus Lobo, Wonder Woman was Storm, Thor fought. I forgot who Thor fought. I can't remember who Thor fought. Submariner was Aquaman. I can't remember Thor right
I have a hard time thinking of Superman. I mean, that would be my favorite. But I have a hard time thinking of Batman, Superman, and the Hulk fighting each other because I want them to. It seems like one of them's got to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
And I
well,
love
what they
both, they're
did was,
both good guys to me, but
Yeah.
Well, the Hulk has a little bad in him.
he has, well,
Got a temper.
he has a temper.
Yeah.
And he also gets angry, and then he has to let it go. Like he says in the first Avengers movie, I'm always angry. And when he gets changing into
Yeah.
the Hulk. Yeah.
Sounds like me.
Sound like Trump.
Oh, God.
The incredible Trump.
The incredible, yeah.
And
The
it
big,
was just-
beautiful Trump.
yeah,
it
it
was-
was beautiful like you've never seen beautiful before.
Yeah.
The most beautiful, the best beautiful there is.
Yeah. So, how do you get gray?
Originally, okay, with first issue of the Hulk, they only ran for 6 issues. And then they carried in other comic books, okay? But he only ran for 6 issues. In the first issue, when the bomb exploded, the gamma ray bomb made him the Hulk.
Yeah.
And he saves Rick Jones, throws him in the trench. He said, I'm going to jump in now. I wouldn't have said I was going to I jumped in with him.
Yeah.
He gets exposed to the rays. Well, what happens is they want to base the Hulk on Robert Louis Stevenson's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what it's. And in fact, when he's the Hulk, he changes to the Hulk at night. And when it gets dark,
okay.
and after, and he's got to deal with this duel thing. That's what they were doing then, and so he becomes the Hulk at night. And this Hulk is actually pretty intelligent.
He turns the Hulk every night.
Turns the Hulk
Every
every
night.
night, right? And they even changed that a little bit later. But in this particular, and they said, well, the problem was with him being gray. They wanted to make him gray.
So he was gray at that point.
He was gray, and if you actually look at the Hulk 1 from at 63 or 62, but he's gray.
Yeah.
You look at it, and he comes up gray. But the problem was their printing process either made him too white,
Mm-hmm.
or he was a big black smudge because of the gray. And so,
So
by
they
the second
changed it.
issues, he's green.
Change
They
it
don't
for
tell you
that.
what.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So it all comes down to the printing.
Yes.
And then the printing process.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Those days they use that newsprint paper, so it kind of bleeds. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
they,
Brown would call it in the recycling business.
Yeah,
See,
and they-
yeah,
yeah.
Hickey knows all about that stuff. Yeah.
and it was just the we're in a hurry to print this, and it doesn't have to be perfect. That was what they did.
Well, Ron, we appreciate you coming in, man,
Okay.
and sharing your knowledge with us. We'll definitely have you back.
Okay.
Because it's so interesting and it's endless.
Absolutely.
Endless material,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And once again, West Night Street Comics
Mhm.
online on eBay. Right?
Yes, on eBay.
Yeah.
Sure is.
And also he'll be willing to help you with questions you may have about stuff as well. But thanks for coming, Ron. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Wait, what's that? We've hit the end of the road, guys.
As usual.